Hey y'all, how you doing? Wait for some people to get in here before we start. Hey Wendy, what's up? Today's stream is talk about whatever you want to. It's anything goes. Yeah, I'm alright. Long day. What's up, Lou? How you doing? Young Barkley, what's going on? Like I said, tonight's stream it's going to be say whatever you want, ask whatever you want. Maybe we'll get some cool people in here. Last night I did get Nasty Nathaniel in here, but I lost power and the laptop shut down before he could start answering my questions. So hopefully he gets my notification and he'll jump back in. Lou, I think you're just playing crazy. But it's alright. If you guys don't have a copy of it, I'd recommend get you a copy of this. Either way, Lou's not mad. Crazy funny. Young Barkley, what you been up to? Disaster averted. No, I know there's been a lot going on in the community. A lot of different views and opinions, but that's what the First Amendment is about, your freedom of expression, your freedom of speech. You leave for Colorado on Monday. Okay, what are you going out there for? You working out there or something? Vacation? Got 6 in here so far. Give it another minute, we'll see who else shows up, then we'll start talking. Little sister's getting married. That's pretty cool. Congratulations to her. Wendy, what have you been up to? I don't know how many of you guys have actually read the First Amendment or just have a general idea of what it says, but I'll read it. I'll read it word for word right out of my little pocket constitution. First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. That being said, it cannot be abridged at all. You have the right to say what you have to say, what you feel you have to say, and express it any way that you deem reasonable with your thought process. You want one of these booklets? I actually got this booklet for free. I ordered a t-shirt and it came with it, so there's also in New York State there's the Bakersfield clothing company, and they also have them from what I was told too. Not this exact one, but it's still a pocket constitution. It's good to carry around. South Carolina News Upstate shut down its channel today. I know that. I kind of wish he didn't shut his channel down, but I understand he needs to take a break. He has a lot of problems going on, a lot of personal issues. It's been raining here too. Actually, it's still raining outside. That's why I'm not outside right now. I would have done one of my nightly walks, but it's been raining past couple nights. I'm pretty sure you could find someone that will mail you these too for free. There's a couple websites. If you just Google, I'm sure you'll find it, Wendy. I know the Hillsdale College, they're one of them. They mail them out too. I think a little donation and they'll send you a couple cool things. Salty Rent actually has feelings. Well, I'm going to try to get a hold of South Carolina News Upstate, and I'll try to do a little last interview with them. I'm sure he'll be back, though. He just needs some time. I know there's a lot of people right now in Black Label's chat, and I have them up on the other screen. One thing I did notice today was there was a lot going on. Monkey 83, the detective that took his little SD card, left it in his driveway. That just goes to show that they're trying to cover it up. People might start to like you. Well, if they don't like you by now, they'll probably never like you. It is what it is. No, are you working or are you at home? It's your Friday. Well, I start my second job on Tuesday, so my videos will be scattered. But I'm going to try to get at least another walk in this weekend. Even if it's raining, maybe I'll go do one. I'll just have to carry an umbrella. Hey, Grady, what's going on? So, the deal with Monkey 83. The SD card was found in the driveway. I know on camera he had told the detective that he wanted him to sign a paper or write a little letter saying that he had received it. Uh, I do believe that they're trying to cover up the incident, so something on the inside had to have been said. Maybe Monkey was targeted, or maybe those guys were really just some bootlickers that found Monkey to be repulsive, I'll say, and the way that he treats the officers that he comes across. But it's his freedom of expression, his freedom of speech. He can do it the way he wants to. That's up to him. So this Sweat Hog 3000, this kit, that kit, I wish I had one. I would carry it around. You never know when you need it. The whistle might help. You never know. The pads, you could always use some pads. Scrapes, cuts, you know, they're not cool things. What's up, Honest Gas? How you doing? The duct tape, you can always use duct tape, especially black duct tape. You know, one thing is if you're out in the dark like I do, doing night audits, and you have to blend in, wrap yourself up in duct tape, they'll never see you. The helmet too. Helmets come in handy, especially if you're doing night audits like me. Again, you might trip over the cracked sidewalks that they refuse to fix, or you might just walk into a wall. You never know nowadays. They pop up out of nowhere. I've seen that you too, Honest Gas. You've been taking some hits lately. A lot of people don't agree with your opinions. I don't understand that mindset. Talk shit to the police, then cry when they won't help you, because they're mad that you verbally berated them. You know, that's true, Lou. I mean, when I approach the police, I try to be nice. I don't become a jerk until they become a jerk first. But at the end of all of my altercations, I always tell them, stay safe and have a good night. Because in the end, it's not really about getting a police officer hurt or us getting hurt. It's just about understanding the police officer's mindset and trying to create change and have them understand that even though they are taking orders from above, we still have our rights that were guaranteed by us. And the Constitution and the government is for the people, not for the government to abuse. And we don't work for them. They work for us. That's the whole point. Absolutely, Lou. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. That's very true. I mean, if you just constantly curse at the police and run your mouth at them, why would they want to help you? That's probably why his SD card was left in the driveway. They knew that he was going to find a way to push the issue, and I think they just don't want to deal with it anymore. I mean, I know I've been a jerk to court officers and some Troy cops, but I try to be respectful first. Love it. I love to give people a chance to demonstrate the quality of their character. You know, absolutely, Honest Gas. People show their true colors when there's a situation that they don't like. My thing is, if it doesn't involve you and your opinion is only going to make the situation worse, then you're better off leave it to yourself. But if you are being attacked, you always have the right to defend yourself, whether or not that person likes what you're doing or not. If they attacked you and you defend yourself, then how can they complain about it? How can they whine about it? Especially if along the way while a situation is still going on, they go and they do something stupid or they get themselves hurt. It's kind of on them. Why wouldn't they expect you to talk about it? I'm not saying that I think people should get hurt and that I want to see people get hurt. Especially Monkey 83. He was a cool guy. He still is a cool guy. I've talked to him plenty of times. I get along with him. For the most part, we might have different views and different opinions on ways to handle things. I definitely wouldn't talk to the police like he does. I always give them the chance to be cordial first, but I don't step it up until they step it up. Juanito, what's going on? Here's another argument from left field. How does the community know beyond a shadow of doubt that the Spank Monkey wasn't trying to get sympathy and donations on these abusive people? You know, we'll never know what his intentions are. I've noticed that Monkey, he can do a complete 180. He could be one way and turn around for the next police officer and act completely different. But it is his freedom of expression. Donations, though, I haven't seen a single penny in donations. I do have the PayPal. It's Upstate NY Audits. And I have the GoFundMe, Upstate NY Auditing Fund, but I've never received a single penny on either one of them. And they've been up now for months. So I don't see any point in doing something stupid to get donations if that's what was going on. Push him so he can blame the police and sue the cops to get a class action lawsuit. Well, me too, that's the thing too. He could have put the SD card in the driveway himself. That could have not even been the SD card that he gave the detective. But we'll never know. The only one that truly knows is him, and if he did plant it there himself, then he has to live with the guilt knowing that he used that to get views or whatever, if that's what he did. That's one of the big problems with this community. Everything is done in videos and chats, but there's not anyone there to actually witness anything other than the person holding the camera, and they can narrate it to go any way they want. They could influence the channel and the videos to go any way they want. It's really up to the individual person that's controlling the channel. Could have been in the background. I want to take the opportunity to talk about the dangers of ego battles. Yeah, honest gas. There's a huge ego battle going on right now in the community. It's crazy. I feel like a lot of it is you have the big popular people. They're the ones getting all the money. They try to push the smaller people or the less noticed people out. Donation-wise, you know, Bao, he's getting crazy amounts of money. He's on, what, day 38 or 39 of being locked up with Gunner running his channel. He's making huge dollars. But he is locked up. He does need money for commissary. He does need money for court fees. Same thing with Furry. Furry Potato. I've been following Furry now for quite a while. I love Furry. She's an awesome lady. She's someone that I would actually donate to. She can have fun. She's very verbal. But at the same time, I've seen her be respectful too. There's a lot of people too now that they are starting to get bigger. Not as big as Monkey, James Freeman, Black Label, those guys, but the smaller guys. And if you knew the history behind them, you may not support them so much. You have people that were professional trolls now in the community that act completely different than what they used to while they were trolling. You have data miners in here where, for all you know, they could be stealing information from you. There's a lot of smart computer people in this community, and pretty much what I'm saying is just be safe and be cautious who you talk to and who you give your information to. Yeah, and it's gas, but you're a cool professional troll. You have some people in here that troll to completely destroy channels. I find your trolling when you do it kind of funny though. Honest guess, you could troll me anytime you want. Troll for science reasons. We have some lurkers in here. I'd really love for Nasty Nate to come back in. I really wished I didn't lose power last night. I wish Monkey83 would come in here too. I would love to mediate the situation between everybody and Monkey83. I know that he's been getting ragged on real bad the couple of days. But I know him being a Marine, he should have laid out that first guy and then kept it moving. I know it would have seemed like he escalated the situation at the beginning, but it would have deflected the ending of the situation. That's true, honest guess. You can learn a lot from a person's first response. Like I said before, I've told a couple people, if Monkey wants to come in and talk, we can talk about the situation. We could talk about the SD card. We could talk about both times he's been jumped and the way that he handles his interactions with the police. I'm not saying that he's wrong. It's his freedom of expression. But I would love to get him in here and talk about it. That's true, Amito. Upstate Monkey, yep, that's true. We both walk a ton of miles. Like the other night when I did downtown Troy, Green Island, Cohoes Water Fleet. By the end of that, I walked just about 8.2 miles by the time I actually made it home. And, you know, for some people that are in shape, that may not seem like a lot, but I'm 5'6" and almost 240 pounds. So I got quite a bit of weight to carry. That's probably why I sweat so much while I'm out there. But it is what it is. It's good. That's right. You know, young Barkley, I never said I was in shape. I said I was shapes. There's a plural in there. Yeah, I don't want Monkey to get hurt too bad either. I mean, everybody's going to take a spill once in a while. It happens. But I think that the way that he was dealing with the police, it was just a matter of time before it happened, and it just happened to be the right night for him. I don't know if I would have tried to continue to get past those people once they told me I wasn't going that way and I knew it was going to get physical. I probably would have turned around myself, but still kept the camera on them. Or backstepped a little bit, found a new way around them. You know, there's always another way around the block. It could have been avoided. It wasn't. It sucks that he got taken down by the sweat hog, but, you know, now, if he wants to, he can invest in Salty's kit. I would. Even the flashlight. You know, the flashlight that he was using, that was a good idea with the strobe on it. It made them keep their distance a little bit. I think I would have used it a little bit more if I was him to try to get away, but that's just not Monkey's style. I'm getting tubby. The meds I'm on are messing with my system and appetite, and any other excuse I can think of. I just like to eat, and plus having a pregnant wife gaining a sympathy weight, it adds up real quick. Lou, you still in here? I don't know. There's a lot of people in Black Label stream right now. Let me see if he's in there. I'll try to get him to come over here. What's up, Dragonfly? How you doing? The spank monkey doesn't want to wrangle with me anymore. I hurt his feelings. His vagina hurts. Well, I'm trying to get him in here. We'll see if he'll talk. Dragonfly, what have you been up to today? Well, Monkey is over in Black Label's stream. I just asked him if he wanted to come over. I told him that we're going to try to end the divide, figure out the situation. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Monkey said, I'm not sure what you're talking about, upstate NY. I told him, I said, hey, Monkey, if you want to come tonight, you can. It's an open chat. I told him I'm trying to fix the situation. You know, Monkey 83, he is a good dude deep down inside. I know that we all don't agree with the way that he does things, but at least he's hitting the streets. He's trying. He's doing what he can. I know not everybody can hit the streets. There's a lot of different things going on in everybody's lives, but he's he's trying. He's exercising his rights. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do a split screen so I could put up Black Label's chat on my screen too. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That'll be for another night though, another project. Monk83 said, "Fuck that joke. The only divide created is when he runs his mouth. He knows it and needs to get over himself. Pretty much what I'm saying. I pretend to care, but I'd rather just move on with my life." Yeah, he rejected. He doesn't want to come in. He doesn't have much to say about it. Yeah, he has been through a lot lately. I'm sure he's still hurting. He was thrown into a wall and tackled to the ground. Salty, he's referring to you. Yeah, they're in Black Label's chat right now. They do. You're constantly bending your elbows. And I know it looked pretty painful. I know he's going to be feeling it for at least a couple days. No, he said no disrespect towards me, but he has better things that he has to do and other things he has to deal with. Well, he is a busy guy. He does. He have a ton of things to do. I'm sure. Now with this whole thing, the police refusing to take his evidence, that's crazy. I don't understand how police can do that. I mean, I'm sure it has to do with the way that he deals with them, but that's his right, and they are part of the government, so he can redress their grievances. You can split screen, but only ever by accident. See, I have it set up to the HDMI cable, so I'm actually live streaming on my laptop, and I have Black Label stream up on my TV. He had to go home and spank his homeless monkey. See, there's a saying that we used to say down at Fort Jackson, the drill sergeant. They used to make us say deeds, not words. And that is, you act upon something, you don't talk about it. But you could get away with it if you have enough people and you say it quick enough and loud enough. You could say, "These nuts, drill sergeant," and they never caught it. Well, Monkey's going to do what he does. Nobody can stop him. I mean, it is his First Amendment right. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. I guess it's just something that he will learn from and he'll move on. He'll continue to make his videos. He'll continue to travel. He'll continue his education, both educating himself and the police and whoever else he comes in contact with. It's just one of those things where we'll have to agree to disagree. No, he's not going to come in. Which, I'm not mad at him for it. Can't force him to. I would really love to get Nasty Nathaniel in here, though. If any of you know how to get a hold of Nasty Nathaniel, I would love to talk to him again. Salty Rant, come to Vegas. You can make big money through comedy. That shit was freaking awesome. Brian King too, he voiced his opinion about the video, and I know that he's close to those guys. He's in the inner circle, which a lot of us aren't, but oh, Monkey is in here. You got some frustrations. What your beef, Lou? Keep it in your mind, your name hasn't passed my lips in months until you opened your cake stuffer the other day. So you want to make some? It's right honest. I mean, I do watch Monkey's videos. I've never had a problem with them. He can do his thing. It's his right. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Everybody has the right to address their government, redress their grievances the way that they feel, whether they want to be more verbal about it or they want to take a approach that is more internal affairs or whatever. I mean, it is wrong that officer left the SD card in the driveway. I mean, I would be upset about it too. Even went to a city manager about the first incident where they refused to give him the receipt. That's screwed up. Any way you look at it, they were in the wrong. He was assaulted. There was a crime. They should have done their job. Yes, honest guys, I did take an oath. So tell me, what was your initial problem months ago? What did I do to piss you off? Why couldn't we talk like adults back then? Honest guys, I did take an oath, and myself and Monkey took the oath. I'm pretty sure Lou took the oath too. You know, there's a lot in that oath where I think as a law enforcement officer or a member of the military or any government type of officer, whether it's federal, local, state, whatever, they should be forced to read the Constitution part of their training. This book right here, there's a lot of information here, and you cannot learn it in a day or a week or a month. You have to study it to understand the whole thing. Everybody should express themselves exactly how they want to, regardless of anyone else's views on it. It's the First Amendment, like it or not. I'm going to use this second waiting a little bit of advertisement time. I know it's going to be backwards for you guys, but right there, working on a little computer company. We do computers, tablets. We'll fix them for you. We'll do programs. We'll do hard drives, custom builds. We're even working on routers if you need a router. You know, the mail. We could do overnights if you have to. No, Amito, I'm not a dentist or a doctor. I'm actually, by trade, I consider myself a master chef, but I have studied law extensively. I know how to win cases. I know the most approachable way when you go into court to destroy the judge. I know how to force the judge into treason if that's what it comes to. But, you know, I'm a jack of all trades. I've done property management, a little bit of everything. Spent a little bit of time in the Army. So that's why I really got into the Constitution and the laws regarding the Constitution and common law and Admiralty Maritime law. Exactly, Honest Gas. I thought that was funny when they had the room of 50 of us down at the MEPS building and we took our oath before we got sent off to basic training. And it was repeat after me. We should have had to recite it from memory, one by one. That's the only way to make them really understand that the oath, what you're taking, is serious. Do I have a video about when I have to ID in New York? No, I haven't made one. I'll get on it, Buffalo J, though. I'm assuming you're in Buffalo? Juanito, though, that I know where you got the dentist doctor. Yeah, you know, I'll pull teeth and I'll fix you up the best I can. I'm not saying I'm licensed, but you know, a little bit of whiskey and you can get the job done. I've been cooking my whole life, Juanito. I've actually studied under some pretty successful chefs. And my brother's more the computer whiz of the company. I just pick up bits and things here, and I'm more financial aspect of it. No, Lou, you made it personal and I responded. Your actions brought this on. I remained silent for months and would have, but your dumbass wanted this to get it all out now. It won't happen again. I might be a blue noser, but you're a pedophile supporter, so fuck you, the little Marine who put in. Some tough words. That's right, honest cats. That's all you can do is try to have a great day every day. You know, may not get along with everybody, especially in this community. There's tons of different views, tons of different ways that people make their videos or express themselves. But really, at the end of the night, you just have to do what's good for you and just try to be happy. You know, there's no point in stressing yourself out. Just like South Carolina was upstate. He has to take a step back for a little bit. Don't know how long. I'm going to get a hold of him, talk to him about it, but you know, that's what's best for him in order for him to heal mentally, the toll that's taken on him, and some other personal problems he has going on. You know, it is what it is. Hey, Taylin, how you doing? You know, honest guys, I always try to make strangers have a great day. Whether it's smiling at an elderly person or helping a disabled person in a grocery store, you know, you do what you can. Taylin, I hope everything's going fine. So weren't you, Lou, until you did something you didn't like. So your true spinelessness came out, just like it did when the 5-0 stopped talking to you, and the reason I never spoke to you. It's alright, Taylin, I know you're tired, probably seeing doubles right now. But you know, prayers are with you, Tay. Direct quote from Lou Stefano, you're an idol to me, Monkey83. You've never seen battle in Iraq. You hid under your staff sergeant's skirt. I was looking for the right way to do this in New York. If you know anyone who has a video about like the laws of it in New York, I know everyone has like a different spin just trying to find out the laws. Buffalo J, my understanding of the law is unless you haven't broken a law, you don't have to identify yourself. They have to suspect you of committing a crime or caught you in the act of the crime in order to identify you. And also, if you are a passenger in a vehicle that's been stopped, you don't have to identify. You did not do anything wrong. You did not break any laws. You did not commit any violations. You don't have to identify if you're just a passenger. I know that for a fact. Yeah, New York State is not a stop and ID state. I don't know what they have to present to you in order to force you the ID. I know you have to have committed a crime, but I don't understand the part of the law where their proof is no. The only time that you have to identify yourself is when you break a law or they suspect you of breaking a law. But they can't just stop you on the street and say, "Show me your ID." It doesn't work that way. And if you're in a vehicle and you are not the driver, you do not have to identify yourself. They're not writing you a ticket. They ask you, and they might tell you that you have to identify yourself if you're a passenger, but I know for a fact that you do not have to identify yourself if you're a passenger in a vehicle. What's up, Mystery? How you doing? Yeah, you're welcome, Buffalo. I was under impression that I've been HIV positive for about 20 months. It's apparently been more like 10 years. Jesus on his gas. Oh, man. Well, you did real good without knowing, I'll tell you that. I know it can take some people down real quick. You're a real strong guy. Hey, Wobbly, how you doing? You did flatline, but you pulled through. A little hungover. You know, Wobbly, the best thing for a hangover? Drink another beer. Or another shot. I got beat up by 4 men at the border. You got beat up by a sweat hog. Or we... Taylin, never smoke and drink at the same time. I heard that that's a recipe for the spins. Robbie, you know, I like the Jameson myself. You know, that's fine too, Tay. You know, sometimes smoking and drinking just aren't for some people. Carolina Kelly, in the tank behind me are 4 little northern ringneck snakes. They're only little baby guys. They're probably about 2 inches big. We actually caught them in the backyard. We were pulling up some bricks to level out the ground again, and they were all there. There was no mama around, so we decided to throw them in the tank and try to raise them. Mystery, it was supposed to be a Bury the Hatchet chat, but sometimes you have to let everything out in order to start over, to clean the slate, you know? It's kind of like arguing with the wife or husband. Sometimes you just have to yell at each other, get everything out, and then not talk for a little bit and let things go. Honest guess, that's very true. Quinn cigarettes was as easy not buying them. When my wife was pregnant with our 2-year-old, I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. Lou, I'm not the one who thinks highly of myself. Let me ask you this. If there are 15 people in the chat and only 9 are speaking, how many are law enforcement? The answer is 0, because you aren't anyone they care about. You've had corn snakes, boas, and ball pythons. Really, Carolina Kelly? That's pretty cool. Yeah, Carolina Kelly, when I quit, it was because my wife was pregnant. You know, smoke around pregnant women, that's not cool. Plus, in New York State, cigarettes are expensive. I mean, depending on where you get them, the corner stores, you could pay $12, $13 for a pack of Newports or a pack of Marbs. Pack of 30s in Austin, $35. Oh man. The cutest senior dog now. We just got a big apartment. My brother moved in with us. And, well, I don't know, you could say we moved in with him or he moved in with us. We kind of signed this lease together. But he had a kitten that my daughter had named Tina. And now she's kind of my daughter's kitten, I guess. My daughter loves her. I have to make a kitten video. I'll try to grab one of these snakes out of the tank, actually. I'll let you guys talk a little bit. And I'll try to grab one of these guys. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. What's up, Master Big Chef? That's one of the little guys right there. Just little babies. You're not bad. It's a northern ringneck. There's 4 of them in that cage. They're only about 2 inches big. Just a little guy. We're going to keep them as long as we can. They're supposed to get like a 1.5 feet big. That's right, Juanito. I love doing community too. The brotherhood is like no other. Yeah, Monkey, I found those little guys in my backyard underneath the bricks. So, we decided to take them. We're going to see how big we could get them. No, Carolina Kelly? That's not a bad idea. I think you gotta air out all of your problems, get it over with, and then agree to disagree. If you can't get along, just agree to disagree. Let it go. Everybody, they do have the First Amendment right. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. I'll continue to say it. You can choose to use the First Amendment how you want to. Not everybody will agree with your tactics or your reasoning, but you just have to not pay attention to other people if you do not like what they're saying. That's right, Caroline Kelly. Mystery, those are northern ringnecks. From my understanding, they're a type of garter snake. No, ringneck. Like your ring. Is it wobbly? Okay. What's up, Mike Jones? How you doing? Honest, I'm trying. I'm usually out walking the streets, but I was told that it's dark and you can't see much. But now that I got the computer set up, we'll do some inside videos until it stops raining. Mystery, the ring is around the neck. The ring on these guys are yellow, but they can be orange or even white sometimes. See, that's your first mistake. You can't or won't find a job because you're too stupid or too lazy. But you want to try and threaten my job. Good luck, pedophile supporter. Monkey3 says, Carolina Kelly. He's mad because I stopped speaking to him. Apparently, I'm on a high horse. I have no position with him. This is all his butt hurt. I think he ran out of drama, so he had to make some. You have them in South Florida? Yeah, I think that they're on the whole eastern coast. We also have some copperheads up here too. Tactical Texan, what's going on? How are you? Mike Jones, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to end it. If they can't find a common ground, then they'll just have to agree to disagree. Let it go. Found a baby and did a video about 2 months ago. That's pretty cool. Is your video still up, mister? I'll have to check it out. Camping right now, Tactical Texan. That's pretty cool. Where are you camping at? Monkey83 says, at Mike Jones who? I'm indifferent towards him. I pretend to care, but I'd rather move on with my life. He's the one making videos and making threats. Canyon Lake, Texas, near Austin. That's pretty cool. I wish I was down there, Tactical Texan. I would love to go camping in Texas. I'd probably try to catch me a rattlesnake. You know, Mike Jones, that's the whole point of me starting this chat tonight. Trying to figure out the situation and try to end it quickly. I know that Lou's sense of humor with his Sweat Hog 3000 kit, I know that kind of frustrated some people, but I only seen it as a joke. But you can take it how you can. That's why I commented on it. But, you know, you can't just always take everything personal. Wamito, ego battles is a blanket term. It has to do with a rapidly escalating altercation, bar fights, road rage, large crowds. Tactical text, and I'll check out your last video once I end the stream. Actually, let me see if I could bring it up on the other screen. Let's see. Camping in the river, that one. Let's see. Try to play it. It won't let me. It's telling me that there's no audio for it, probably because of the microphone on a laptop. But if you don't mind, Tacto Texan, I'll mirror it for you for a little bit. Alright, thank you, Tactical. When I end the stream, I'll put it up. I always ask permission now, Tactical Texan. I got a copyright strike from Time to Stand. He had told me to post a video in response to one that Salty's wife had me post. And I posted it, and then he wanted me to take it down because he didn't like the feedback from it, so he gave me a copyright strike. Mystery, I have the email. I showed it last night or the night before? I showed him my stream. He told me if I'm going to post her videos, I have to post his too, and then he sent it to me. And I have the email saying all of that, but YouTube didn't accept it. They still kept the strike in place. You know, upstate New York has some nice camping spots too. If you go in the Adirondacks or even the Massachusetts border on the Berkshires right there, you can find some really cool camping sites. We have Sacandaga Lake. We have Lake George. There's Grafton. Or if you go on the Massachusetts side, North Adams or Williamstown, there's some nice spots out there too. And then you get into Charleston and Gardner too. There's some nice spots out there, Massachusetts side. All right, Wamito, have a good night. Stay safe. Okeechobee Lake, it's enormous. Let's get over name calling already. Cops and government are winning with all these auditors fighting with each other. That's what they want, guys. You know, Mike Jones, you're right. That was the point of this chat, trying to end the drama. You gotta air it out, get everything said that you have to say, and then after that, you either get along or you agree to disagree and keep it moving. All right, Mystery. Have a good night. Yeah, Mike Jones. It's been aired out. It has. Trying to squash it. That's it. That's all you can do. You either gotta put all the information out there and end it tonight, or just avoid each other. That's it. Salty Rent. I told you I'd say everything to your face, but of course you're scared and can only stand up to me via the computer. But you talk a big game. It's a long drive for a conversation. So honest guys, what about you? How you feeling today? Well, shit, I wish I could fly to Boston. I wish I could fly to New York City from upstate. Nope. Costs too much money to fly around. Honest guess, I'll hitchhike to you. How about that? You have to come back for a criminal case at the DMV. Now, there's a lot going on in this chat. There's a lot to read. Took a lot of blood today. Should be on medicine I need by Wednesday and about 3 months before I can even leave the house. My immune system's down. I'll be better soon. Alright, good luck, honest guys. That's a lot. I know it is. I know even mentally you have to be stressing. But on the bright side, you get to catch up on a lot of good TV series, Netflix. Play a silent game. We in kindergarten again, Carolina. I'm surprised that my wife isn't in here. My wife has a lot to say. My wife loves talking. You don't watch TV, but you love doing word searches. You know, honest guess, I gave you my email, right? You can always email me. I'll give you my phone number too. I will send it to you in an email. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I actually do have your email. I know. I'll send you my number. We'll talk. Caroline and Kelly, we learned tonight that sometimes it is just best to agree to disagree. And you should always have a copy of the Constitution so you can read the First Amendment, and the Second, and the Fourth, and the Fifth, and the Sixth. Mike Jones, so it's Monkey 83 and Wildly versus Salty Rant and Honest Guest. Tag team up in this chat. Honest Guest, you can find them for free online. People mail them to you. Hillsdale College, I know, even if it's like $1 donation or whatever, or sometimes if you just sign up for their newsletters, they'll mail you one. Get that check out. She's been around. Well, you know, Lou, pimping ain't easy. Mike Jones, I don't want my daughter to be a teenager. Oh, man. I'm going to get a run for my money. Especially now that I'm going to have 2 of them. My wife is pregnant. Oh, man. All right, good night, Buffalo Jay. Stay safe. Thank you, Mike Jones. We're letting our 2-year-old name this one. This daughter, she'll be born in November. 7 kids? No, no, thank you. Maybe 1 or 2 more, but not 7. It was a water buffalo. Oldest son is 15. Oldest daughter is 9. Before my daughter's born, I do want to make it out. I want to go either Texas, California, or even New Mexico. I would go out in New Mexico. But, you know, working, trying to keep my equipment up to date, pay the bills, and my wife, she's not working. She's a stay-at-home mom. Funds just are not happening. Doing it for sympathy and money. Only your elbows are scraped up. Glad I picked up a fat bag of chronic first trauma. That's probably what keeps you sane with those 7 kids, Mike Jones. Am I Mr. PTSD because I was arrested? 5 stitches, only a scrape. Mike Jones, that's good that you have 7 kids, though. Because, that means that you'll always have love coming in. You always have someone to love, You have to love your children unconditionally. There's my PayPal, if you guys want to help me travel. I'd love to go do California too, or even go do Boston. If I go to Boston, I even have family there I could stay with. And 15% of all my donations I receive will be donated to the Troy Boys and Girls Club. Now, the reason why I want to donate to the Troy Boys and Girls Club is around Christmas time, there was a little boy, JJ. His family, him and his whole family were murdered over a video game system. He was a big part of the Troy Boys and Girls Club here in downtown Troy. I'll give you the rundown on the story. They were selling the video game system. I think it was on Facebook. Someone went there to buy it, but instead planned to rob them. His mother and his mother's partner were at the house. They were being robbed. The 2 men, they have been arrested and charged. They slit their throats along with the little girl. I believe the little girl was either 3 or 4 years old. And the little boy, JJ, as he was coming home, walking in the door, the men were walking out. So they grabbed him too, brought him inside, and slit his throat in the bedroom as well. So I want to donate basketballs to the Boys and Girls Club. That's where the 15% will come in. I'm going to buy as many basketballs as I can. And I know I haven't gotten any donations yet on either PayPal or on my GoFundMe. But I like to donate some basketballs in memory of the little boy JJ. Yeah, it's crazy, Lou. All that over a video game console. And these were grown men. One of them were 22, and the other man, I believe he was in his mid-30s. All over a video game console, you're going to slaughter a whole family. You're going to slit children's throats and kill their mothers. That's crazy. Carolina Kelly, they're going to get what's coming to them. Especially when they head upstate to the prison, they're going to get theirs. I have no doubt about that. And you know, part of their defense, they're saying mental defect. They're trying to use that as a reason for slaughtering a whole family over a video game system. Caroline Kelly, I bet that they appreciate it a lot. You know, there's a lot of people out there that live below the poverty line that you never even think of during the holidays. Yes, guys, it's crazy. I mean, you do have to be insane to kill a family of four, which there actually was a family of five, but the oldest son, he was away at a basketball tournament in Massachusetts when it happened. So that's what he came home to. But anything helps. My goal on the GoFundMe, I believe I said at $500. It's been a while since I checked it because I know I don't get donations, but I I plan on doing what I can, and by the time I decide to end my GoFundMe, if I don't make anything, I'll just buy a couple basketballs and donate them myself. You would be afraid, Lou. You're a coward. That's why you wear that uniform with such pride. It's your wooby. The only one practicing hate here is you. Nice try, my sovereign citizen. You're on film attacking innocent working people. I get called a sovereign citizen all the time. That's because of my views of the court. I was told by asking about that gold fringe flag, the men in the judge's oath of office be entered on the record and challenge the jurisdiction. I'm a sovereign citizen, but it's not. These traffic courts, they're illegal courts. They only have jurisdiction if you consent to them. If you go in there and say you do not plead and you want the judge's oath of office on the record and challenge the jurisdiction, chances are they'll dismiss the case. These courts are running under Admiralty Maritime Law, which is a military tribunal, when in fact they should be running under common law. You, as a citizen of the United States of America, should be tried under common law. That is, if there is no injury, there is no victim, so there is no case. You know, the good thing about being on a ship, you do a lot of fishing. That's what I would have done, at least. I would have done a ton of fishing. You know, the only way this situation is going to end is if we just agree to disagree. No one can be right or wrong. It's their views. They have the right to express their views how they do. Um, Whether it's by making a video or protesting in the street or ranting and raving. But it's all how you want to express yourself. It's the First Amendment. That's what this community is about. That's what the movement is about. This chat was supposed to be to squash the situation, bring some things to light, and end it. But it's going a little bit further than that, I see. My only issue with the salty rant is he has a 49er blanket in his bed. That's right, Mike Jones. I'm more of a Raiders guy. But I'll settle for Steelers, too. Cowboys. Oh man, Mike Jones. Cowboys fan? I mean, you know, I'll throw this out there for my wife's dad. At least you're not a Jets fan. I know it is a New York team. I'm supposed to support New York, but at least you're not a Jets fan. That's all I can say. Cowboys all day. Taylor, I'm sorry, but Cowboys, you know, just can't do it. Cowboys and Jets are two teams I absolutely hate. Capsucker, Blue Nose, or Blue Oasis, I don't see any point in the terms. That's supposed to be an insult. People call me names all the time and I don't get offended. You know, I guess that's it. Sometimes you just have to let it go over your head. You can't get offended. You know, they're going to speak their mind. It's their First Amendment right to. So you just have to accept it. Keep it moving. The Eagles? I mean, I'll settle for the Eagles, but, you know, I know my team is across the country, being a Raiders fan, but it is what it is. You know, Salty's video earlier about the Sweat High 2000, that was a pretty funny video. You can't deny that it wasn't funny. With the pads and the duct tape and the whistle and the helmet and the flashlight. You know, comedy is one of those things where you can make fun of somebody to make people laugh, and it doesn't have to be taken seriously. I have tons of friends that are funny guys, and if anything goes wrong, they're the first one to talk shit, and that's just how it is. Alright, Monkey 83, have a good night. Stay safe out there, too. Yeah, Monkey, it's great having you on my stream. It's been a hell of a long time. Alright, good night, Ty. Stay safe. It's alright, Monkey 83. You know, I was trying to clear the air, try to settle some things. It was still a great stream. You know, I talked to Lou, the Salty Rant, a lot, even on personal level. Lou, once you get to know him, he is a great guy. He just has these different opinions, just like we all do, but it's his right to have his opinions. It is his right to make the videos that he makes. My thought on it is if you don't like them, just don't watch them. That's it. There are tons of people that I don't agree with their videos, and I just don't watch them. I don't attack them. I don't go after them, but it is what it is. It's all about the First Amendment. Freedom of expression, your freedom of speech. Freedom of the press, that's a big one. That's what this is about, too. And I've also talked to Monkey plenty of times, too. Monkey's a great guy. You know, and this stream wasn't supposed to be about them attacking each other. It was to clear the air and to have the situation settled, to just drop it. Monkey was done dirty. He was attacked. It's not funny that anyone gets attacked. It actually kind of sucks for the whole community as a whole. Luke posted a video. I mean, it's his channel. He can post what he wants. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But I don't believe it was meant to be disrespectful, as more it was to be funny. Lou's just a funny guy. You just have to understand his sense of humor. I'm not taking any kind of personal, I'll say, thoughts on it. If there are people that want to unsubscribe from me or want to give me a thumbs down for this channel, you know it is what it is. I can't keep you. You have the right to do what you gotta do. But this wasn't to be a bicker back and forth. This stream was to clear the air, have them say what they gotta say to each other, and move on. Keep it pushing. Yeah, Monkey, it's a Sweat Hog 3000. It's a little survival kit. It's like an advertisement kind of video. It's a little comedy skit. You know, Mike Jones, I'm the same way. I'll go to anybody's live stream. You know, Carolina, that might be the solution that they have to work with. If they just forget each other exists, let it go. I mean, I go on everybody's stream. I don't care. That's the whole point of it. Everybody has their own view and their own way of doing things. And what I do is I watch everybody's chats, I watch everybody's videos, and I determine how I'm going to conduct myself based on what I like about them or what I dislike about them. You have to take in everything as a whole and apply it to yourself. You know, Mike Jones, that's the thing. I'd love to meet all of these guys someday in person. I think the only one I have a shot at meeting in person is Monkey83. I don't get donations, so I can't travel anywhere. I have a 2-year-old, a wife, a stay-at-home wife, and a baby on the way, so money's real tight for me. I haven't got a single penny in donations since I started, which I'm not worried about the donations. That's not what I'm in it for. But I would love to travel to meet other people. If any of you guys are interested in donating and getting those basketballs for that family that I can donate to the Troy Boys and Girls Club, I'll post my PayPal again. I'm really working on it. It'd be awesome to give something back to the children. You know, the children that still go to Boys and Girls Club, they lost a friend that day. I'll take that pearl. I'll sell it. We'll make some money. That's right, Carolina. Just gotta agree to disagree and keep it pushing. Thank you, Talon. I appreciate it. And remember, I'm going to redonate some of the donations to Boys and Girls Club in downtown Troy, here in Troy, New York. It's going to go to buy basketballs in memory of the little boy JJ. You know, Monkey 83, you know what's real screwed up? You go to a hospital here in upstate New York for anything, any type of chest pain or anything, and they'll give you a script for Midol, regardless if you're a man or female. I know my sister takes Midol, and that's what got me thinking about it, so I went and I looked it up, and I don't know, those doctors might have thought the wrong thing was wrong with me. We'll figure it out, though. I never took it. You know, my only thing on Richard gave me that copyright strike for posting a video that he sent to me and asked me to post in response to 2 other videos that I had posted. But other than that, I don't care for Richard. I don't care if I talk to him or if he tries to talk to me. I'm not going to respond to him anymore. It is what it is. It's one of those things where you just have to let it go. Agree to disagree. My copyright strike will be up on October 18th. And other than that, I'll just wait it out. You say men like it means something, but you act like a little boy who can't get his way. Racist is a real strong term, especially if you're in the South or here in Troy, New York. I am in the middle of the ghetto. If you are racist, you're going to catch a beat down. That's just that. I'm the minority here. You know, honest gas, there is some truth to that. I have met some police officers that do deserve the utmost respect. And like Frank Santana, when I was younger, he had plenty of chances to lock me up. But you know, he never did because he said that he believes I was just in the wrong place, wrong time, and I was being influenced by the wrong people. And he did what he had to do. You know, he wrote me tickets, he's arrested me, but he always told me it wasn't personal, he was just doing his job, and he would do anything he could to help me to figure out a way to correct the situation. And sometimes he didn't even show up to court. He knew that if he didn't show up, it'd be dropped. So he gave me the ticket to try to teach me a lesson, and then didn't show up. Or another one, Sergeant Roger Vega. He's a cool dude. I had spent a lot of time hanging out with his daughter growing up, and you know, he was one of those guys where he will stop you and he'll tell you what you're doing is wrong and tell you to correct yourself. He said, "Don't let me catch you again." And if he did, it was going to be a problem. But he always gave you a second chance. An example. That Frank Santana, when I was 16 years old, he had stopped me. I had a whole lot of ganja in the car, and there was an AK-47 in the back seat. He took the ganja, had my car towed, and screamed at me about the gun in the car. But 16 years old, you're not even supposed to drive around with toy guns in the car, anything. So, he did what he had to do. He screamed at me. He took the gun, took the ganja, had the car towed, but he never held that against me all the other times I've seen him in the street. He didn't even charge me with the possession of the gun. He gave me the marijuana charge, which, he is rightful in doing. And then because I was 16 and he clearly knew I'd been smoking, he could not let me drive away. So he had my car towed. But he asked my mother first to come get it, and she said no, have it towed. So that's what he did. And then with the AK, he took it. It was entered into evidence and was destroyed from my understanding. But he could have made it so much more worse than what it could have been. Frank Santana is an awesome Troy cop. He's retired now. He now works security at the museum that I did my 9/11 exhibit video at. And I've talked to him there plenty of times, and my daughter's talked to him, my wife too. And he remembers me, and we both understand that I was being young and stupid, and he was going to teach me a lesson. And he wasn't out to get me. He did catch me multiple times, but that was because I was at fault. He wasn't doing anything wrong. I was the one screwing up. He is, in my mindset, my perspective of the situation, a good officer. Alright guys, at the 2-hour mark I'm going to end the stream, so we have about another 5.5 minutes. Alright, Mike Jones, have a good night. Stay safe. That's the other link to the GoFundMe. I'm going to donate some basketballs for little boy JJ in his memory. It sucks what happened to him and his family. I mean, what kind of monster would kill a family of 4, especially children? Adults are one thing, but when you kill children, that's a whole nother level. Going to bed in 5.5 minutes. Can go as deep as you like. You know, it's one of those situations where you just have to agree to disagree and keep it pushing. If there is not going to be a change in the outcome, you just have to keep it moving. Who cares? You're going to make videos the way that you want to. You're going to say what you want to. You're going to express yourself the way you want to. And that goes for both Lou and Monkey. Just avoid each other. That's all I can say. You guys are in love. It's a love-hate relationship. That's it, dude. Just butter the biscuits. That's it. His gas is a professional troll. Well, ain't that the truth? You know, trolls in the community, some of them I like to watch. I'm not going to name any names, but some of them it's just comedy to me. That's the way I look at the trolls. It's comedy. If you don't let them get to you and you don't give them anything and you don't let them find a way to dox you, I just let them talk their talk and I just laugh at it. That's it. I mean, they have the right to First Amendment too. See, I've also spoken to the non-troll side of Honest Gas, and Honest Gas, on his not trolling side, he's actually a pretty cool dude. He does some awesome artwork. His father's an awesome artist. Alright guys, we just hit the 2-hour mark. I'm going to end the stream. It kind of sucks that we couldn't figure this out. Carolina Kelly, hallelujah. Alright, Tiny Lynn, good night. Stay safe. Almost at the 2 hours and 1 minute mark, so it's ending. Good night, y'all. Monkey, best of luck to you. Lou, best of luck to you. You guys will just have to agree to disagree. Wobbly, good night. Carolina Kelly, good night. Patrick, good night. Who else? I don't want to miss anyone. Mike Jones, good night. Stay safe. Smoke that bag. House. Only equal one. Alright. Good night, y'all. I'll post that link to my PayPal again. Remember, donations are not expected, but they are appreciated. I want to get the Boys and Girls Club some basketballs. Help them remember little JJ. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. Stay safe. Remember, just agree to disagree.